real moaners. So, we have another trailer for a new HBO series called Lanterns. Notice the absence of the green. It's been all over the internet that the last trailer was very lacking in its primary colour. They've taken the Intergalactic Space Police. Yes, I know the Ryan Reynolds film didn't go down too well and it's become a laughing stock. I personally don't think it's that bad. I've seen a lot worse. The CG suit was the one that got the biggest kick in the dick. We've obviously seen Guy Gardner in the new DCU, which I wasn't a Superman fan. I don't want to retread old ground, because if you want to know my proper opinions, go back to the previous Lanterns trailer. But just to give you a bit of backstory, I'm a huge DC fan, mainly Batman fan, but huge DC fan. Very much a Release the Snyder Cut fanboy. And it's not that I'm against James Gunn. I find his stuff is of limited taste. Guardians was great. Didn't like the Suicide Squad. Didn't like Superman. Making some very strange choices. I thought Guy Gardner was a joke, and I know he's always been a bit of a joke, but it was to the point that I was laughing at it, not with it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so the last trailer I thought was very bland, taking Intergalactic Space Police and putting them in the Wild West, doing like a murder mystery. So it's someone's put it in the comments, No Country for Old Lanterns. I'm like, yeah, it's got that kind of vibe. Or There Will Be Lanterns. It's got that kind of, back alley town murder mystery with two of the most famous Green Lanterns of all time, Hal Jordan and that's embarrassing. Jon Stewart, of course it is. Jon Stewart, probably more famous than Hal Jordan. But we've got this buddy cop drama where they're trying to be the best Lantern they can be, and obviously Jon Stewart wants to take up that mantle, but weirdly there was a comment in the last trailer where it was like, you can't take up the mantle, there's only one human at a time. And I'm like, Hal Jordan, you're one. We already know Guy Gardner's human and he's one. So this is where the logic and the filmmaking doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. But yeah, this is trailer 2. I'm probably just putting this off because the suit that we saw in the wardrobe looked like shit. It was more brown, bronzy. It's an intergalactic spacesuit. It should look cool, and it looked crap. But someone said that might have been because apparently the story might be about the murder of one of the old Lanterns, and it could be his old suit from back in the day. I hope so, but let's give it a go.
This ring.
Green straight away. Okay, that looks cool.
When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
And I really like him as Hal Jordan. They're just showing off now because.
Did you just use that ring to counterfeit money? No.
That's a Hal Jordan thing to do. Yeah. They're very much not shying away from it now. And there's a lot of green powers going on.
Power like that, shouldn't you have to work for it?
He's beast.
I've been doing this since you were a baby. The only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
Flying looks a bit goofy. Still not green.
Everybody is lying to us.
You're not leaving here till we find out what they're hiding. Dangerous part of the job.
It's got a very oldie worldy feel, hasn't it?
How were you chosen for this?
It's only one question. Are you afraid?
Oh, there's a bit of green suit there. That is a different planet by the look of it. No, it is his suit. Oh my god, it looks dreadful.
Are you afraid?
It does look better on the guy. It looks. Are you afraid? How do you get this power? Are you afraid? No, that's not. The Green Lantern Corps kind of oath is not that.
We're strange, fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, Jon Stewart.
Okay, do I prefer it to the last trailer? Massively so. It's a much better trailer. I have some real concerns about tonality of it. I don't like putting Intergalactic Space Police into a Western. I think that just either shows a lack of imagination or a lack of understanding of the characters or lack of budget. And if this early on with a character like Green Lantern, you're lacking budget, I mean, making it a TV series as well is and the fact that they're swearing and it's clearly going to be R-rated. But then what happens is when Jon Stewart finally shows up, and I know James Gunn has said that they can appear in one medium and be R-rated, but then they could be in the team-up films and they're kids. But then you essentially create an inconsistency in what that character is. Because if Jon Stewart is walking around saying, fuck this, fuck that, then when he's in, it's the same issue Marvel are probably going to have with Punisher. Like when you bring Punisher into Spider-Man, can you get around the fact that he's not going to be caving people's heads in and swearing? I think it's a weird thing to do with a character that's so big like Green Lantern and one that needs to land because they didn't land it with Ryan Reynolds and Zack Snyder was not allowed to land it. So I think it's risky. I don't think it's paying off. I think the suit looks better on, but it still looks bad. It's not at all what I would have wanted. The powers look pretty good. They look better than I imagined. I like him making the note, and that's a very Hal Jordan thing to do. I just think it lacks adventure, space, the fantastical elements of DC that so many fans have been begging for. Now, I love a grounded universe, but I like the fantastical stuff. I like, I mean, apparently Sinestro and everybody's meant to be in this, but they're in human form, and it's just like, why bother? Do a character that you can do on Earth. So, I don't know. I'm looking at Tyrone Magnus pissing himself, so I imagine his opinions are very similar to mine. I will watch it. Of course I will be watching it. I just think there's tonal issues. If this had been Green Arrow, fine. Fine, a small Green Arrow like murder mystery, they're cool. But Green Lantern, it just screams cheap. And I don't have any real yearning to watch it. I'll just watch it because I watch everything. But I think the two actors, I can never remember their names. Kyle Chandler, I know he's the guy who was in King Kong. I like him. And Aaron Pierre, is it? He's fab as well. I think the casting of it's spot on. I just don't... If you'd have taken the exact same story, and people might argue with this, if you take the exact same murder mystery story, but put it on a planet where they're different creatures, that would have felt more Green Lantern. And I know that's such a petty thing to say, but I don't want my superheroes restricted to Earth when they're intergalactic beings. But anyway, we shall see. We got more green. There's green in there at least. Like, they had a point. There wasn't any green. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share. We'll have to see what comes next. I've got an idea that I'm toying with, which is to do fan casts of films. Like, if they redid Harry Potter, which we never thought they were going to, but here we are. But I would still do, if I was to do Harry Potter, who would I cast? Or Lord of the Rings, or, I don't know, one that sticks in my head is Thunderbirds. Like, what would you do to make a new Thunderbirds? I'm tempted to do that as a different type of content. So yeah, let me know if you think that sounds cool. Like, subscribe, and share if I haven't already done that. And I'll see you in the next trailer tomorrow, which I'm pretty sure is... There is one, I have seen it, but I can't remember what it was. But there's a final trailer for something releasing tomorrow. But yeah, over and out.